Good morning, family, and welcome to what I'm calling the routine. This is Dr. B, and for the next 365 days, we're going to do this together. And we're not going to do it perfectly, but we are going to do it consistently. You know, we all talk about wanting a routine. We talk about discipline, consistency, faith, growth, but most of us don't actually have a routine that we can return to every single day. This isn't going to be me teaching you from the outside. This is me committing to becoming with you. So if you hang with me for 30 days, you'll build a powerful habit. If you hang with me for 90 days, it will change your life. But if you hang with me for all 365 days, your life will never be the same. And that, my friend, is a complete promise. As people who want to live their best lives, we need to be intentional. No, we have to be intentional. And for the next 365 days, if you join me, this is how we will start our day. We will wake up on purpose. We will protect our focus. We will not be distracted by opening our phones, devices, TV, computers, etc. until we are done here. We will hydrate immediately. We will create stillness through our breathing. We will work on our connection and our identity through a short devotional. We will focus on our gratitude. We will set our intention for the day. We will plan to make a connection with somebody this day. We will make and keep at least one promise to ourselves. And at some point today, we will move our body, not together, but you can do exercise, you can get it done. So now listen, if you're just finding us today, whether it's day 1 or day 200, you're right on time. These days don't build on each other, but each one stands on its own, and it's about consistency. And I understand because of the time zone, we're doing it at 6:30 Mountain Time, but whatever, you might have kids, you might have work and a real life. You may not always be able to join us live, and that's okay. If you need to, you can always watch the recording from the day before and do this routine earlier in your day if that's what it takes. It's live is obviously more powerful, but the recording still works. And that's what matters, is that you spend this time intentionally. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to show up. Welcome to the routine. Let's become together. And if you need more information, just go ahead and go to routine.live. Now let's go. All right. Good morning. This is the day that the Lord hath made. Let us all rejoice and be glad in it. We are on day 71, and we're just continuing to move forward. One of the things that I guess that I realized that took 61 years to realize is that my birthday is 71 days into the year. So just excited that today, I guess, means more meaning because I've made it this far, that I know people who haven't. And I'm so excited. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful that I believe I'm just getting started. I believe that the God has so many things, not only for my life, but yours. And so it's days like today where you reflect on your life, you reflect on the 61 years now that I've been alive. And then today starts the 62nd year that we go. So let's start with our breathing. Yes, the fact that I can breathe is just so exciting. So take a big, giant, deep breath in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. This is how we start our day every day. I think I need to turn this light on here. A little bit more light. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe in. Of course, we woke up on purpose today. What does that mean to wake up on purpose? It's that you have a intention set for today. You intend on making a difference. We're not reacting, we're being proactive as much as we can. We're even being proactive of knowing that we may have to react to things today, and we're prepared for it. because we grounded ourselves. One of our affirmations we'll talk about today. Not distracted today by the world's noise, by the TVs and the screens and the phones. Did a podcast yesterday and a gentleman asked me, why are routines important? So they set the stage, they set the foundation. We talked about affirmations yesterday. He asked me, what does it mean to become? Why is becoming and trying to be who God made you to be so important? I said, whatever the level somebody's success is, whatever they believe success is that they're pursuing, or they believe they're pursuing, is we don't pursue success. We don't chase success. We attract it. Breathe in. Create stillness through breathing. Where your connection is going to be today. What are you grateful for today? I have a meeting that I do on Wednesday nights for the folks who are looking about Living Trust. And one of my teammates, one of my advisors, asked me or told me that she couldn't make it because today was her son's birthday and they were doing something for his birthday last night. I said, that's a lucky boy. He was born on my birthday. He is destined for greatness. Let's do two more. Big breath. Hold it. One more. Breathe in. All right, grab your water. If you don't have water, run get some. All right. Let's jump into our devotional for today. And like I said, we're on day 71. Let me put this on the screen. And so make sure you guys all have it and have access to it. Sometimes, in life, we think about all the things that go well, or the things that are part of life that we don't like to always talk about. And so today, if we talk about grieving what never processed, the verse today is, blessed are those who mourn. And so whatever it is that there might be a person in your life or someone that you're not around anymore, or, friendships that you had in the past, grieving doesn't necessarily always have to be somebody who was in your life that may be no longer with us. And we kind of celebrate their lives. And today I was thinking about, what does it mean to celebrate somebody's life in a way that encourages us to move forward, not sets us back into what used to be? And so, God, give me the courage to grieve honestly. The truth is, and we're using a book based on emotions, and it's this, Scaserio emphasized that we cannot move forward spiritually without grieving losses properly. And like I said, a loss doesn't necessarily have to be, somebody who has passed away. A loss could be a relationship that you have. This could be, folks that you thought were going to be your life's purpose are not there. The loss could be of a job that you loved and you had, and they had layoffs. Losses can be, but sometimes we just have to go through a process of saying what's next before we can truly move forward. Unprocessed losses often show up later as anger, numbness, or overwork. There were losses in my life I minimized because I didn't want to slow down transitions, disappointments, opportunities that didn't materialize. I told myself to be strong. You got this. But strength without grief becomes hardness. When I finally allowed myself to sit with those losses, to say this isn't going to happen anymore, to name them, to feel them, to bring them to God, something softened. Grief wasn't weakness, it was cleansing. I remember a time in our life when, everything was going great, everything was going fantastic. And then I'll just say the year 2008 hit. So many losses, so many friendships, so many not abilities to continue on the way and the trajectory that I was going. Houses and cars and things that were material possessions that I believed were who defined me. I was that guy, right? I was that person who said, you can look at me from the outside and you can see success. I can even say my relationships and the things that I was doing in church and the things that I was doing in ministry. But man, when that hit and those things were no longer available to me in the way that they were available to me, how was I able to come out with it? Transitioning from, Los Angeles area back to Denver. Man, some crazy things that I had to sit with, and I still today sit with some of those things and say, what if? And then I get lost in the what if because I didn't maybe properly grieve that situation. But now life is even better. When I think how old was I on this day in 2008, I guess I would have been, was I born in 65? So that's 40 some years old or 50 years old. Let's see, 75, 85, 95, 2005. So I was 43 in 2008. Now I'm 61 today. Wow. What didn't grieve? So when we ask yourself in your connection, what you don't grieve, you carry. How long did you get stuck in that spot where I can't move on, I can't move forward, I can't go? Life is going to continue to go whether you go with it or not. How much did you dwell in the past? How much did you dwell on those relationships when God has said it's time to move on? So the invitation today is, what loss have you rushed past? What have you rushed past and you haven't fully given that back to God and you haven't fully reconciled with it so that you can move on? So today, practice, write one unresolved loss and pray over it this week and then release it. Right? Lord, meet me in the morning and bring healing, because once healing happens, there's nothing you can't do. So may comfort follow your honesty. May comfort follow your honesty. I am going to put in the chat right now 3 things that you can do. Excited to just make sure that we're adding in here 3 things and questions that you may ask based on this devotion or based on this lesson. All right, let's jump into our second breathing exercise today. So I'll remove that. You can look up the stuff in the chat while we're doing it. We're going to go in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Feet flat on the floor if you can. All I'm saying with that is if your legs are crossed, put both of them on the floor. You can even stand up if you need to. That makes it better. The only reason I'm not sitting on a high chair, so I'm not all the way at a 90-degree angle with my legs. And the reason I don't just stand up is because I don't feel like adjusting the camera. Otherwise I would. I have a table downstairs that adjusts, so maybe I should bring that and just adjust up and as I stand up and then adjust down. Let's do 4 more. Breathe in through the nose. One more. Okay, we're drinking our second amount of water right now. Our second 12-ounce glass of water. As you got your journal and you have your things, one of the things that is today is, and I'm going to add it to the stage, is my gratitude journal. And what are you grateful for today? Good morning, Angeline. It's happy to have you. Thank you for saying happy birthday. Gratitude J71. What is one thing you are grateful for today? You can go ahead and put that into the chat if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can put it in the chat, just of one thing that you're grateful for today as I read what I'm grateful for. So thank you for, Lord, thank you for my health. Thank you, God, that I woke up today to start another year. Thank you for the strength in my muscles, the flexibility in my joints, and the clarity in my mind. Thank you for the incredible design of my body that allows me to move, think, create, and serve. Thank you for helping me recognize that the way I treat my body reflects the value I placed on life that you have given me. I am thankful that the health that I have today and how I'm thankful for figuring out how I can strengthen my daily habits so my body continues to go stronger. I thank you for the relationships in my life. I thank you for my family and the relationships that bring meaning and joy into my life. Thank you for the love that connects us and the opportunities to have, grow, and learn together. I thank you for my family, my wife, my children, my grandchildren, my in-laws, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, and especially for the relationships with the people that I get to interact with, not only this year and past years, but the year to come. I'm thankful for helping me understand that relationships are built through time, attention, and care. And that being present, Lord, is something that is so vitally important in this day and age. I'm thankful for the people that are around me, and I'm thankful for finding out how that I can show appreciation and support to someone important in my life today. I'm so thankful for provision. Thank you for the stability and comfort, that provision that brings into my life. Thank you for the home that shelters me and the resources that allow me to move forward. I thank you for transportation. I thank you for the heater. I thank you for the air conditioner. I thank you for the cars and the transportation that I get to drive and to be able to get to places where I can sit down with people. I thank you for spaces that allow me to interact with people that it might not be at my house or at their house, but a place that is where folks go to meet. I thank you for when I'm there, I get to be present and not distracted by all the things that happen there. I thank you for helping me to remember that provision is not only about what I have, but also about how I use it. I'm thankful for the resources you've given me. How that I can steward them more wisely today. I thank you for my finances. I'm grateful for the ability to earn and manage resources. Thank you for the opportunity to grow financially and to build something that can support my family and others. I thank you for helping me develop disciplines and patience in financial matters, and I'm thankful for financial opportunities in my life. I'm thankful for you helping me to figure out how I can make a decision today that strengthens my long-term stability. I'm thankful for purpose and impact. I'm thankful that my life carries the influence and meaning. Thank you for the ability to encourage others and help people to move forward in their lives. Thank you for guiding me to stay aligned with purpose that you have placed in my heart. I am thankful for the mission you've given me, and thank you that you can teach me how I can make a difference in someone's life today. I thank you for this day and for the opportunities you raise my standard again. As we think about today and tomorrow and every day in the declaration that we make, that we are planning on walking in God's favor today. I hope you're saying these with me. Dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the things you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serves others. So today, tomorrow, and for the rest of my life, and please say this with me, and if you need to change some of them because they're not your life, like you don't have grandkids, then add something else in there. But I walk in the favor of God in my health. I walk in the favor of God in my finances. I walk in the favor of God in my business. I walk in the favor of God in my marriage. I walk in the favor of God in my relationships. I walk in the favor of God in my ministry. I walk in the favor of God with my children. I walk in the favor of God with my grandchildren. I walk in the favor of God with my debt elimination. I walk in the favor of God with my creditors and credit. I walk in the favor of God with my loans and applications. I walk in the favor of God with my service to others. I walk in the favor of God with my leaders. I walk in the favor of God with my investors. I walk in the favor of God with my mentors and coaches. I walk in the favor of God with my new projects, and I walk in the favor of God with my team. I walk in the favor of God with those who work for today. Covers me, covers those who are close to me. It is in every area of my life for the rest of my life. This day I expect favor. I live favor. I anticipate favor. The time for favor is now, right now, today. And oh Lord, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me and keep me from harm so that I will be free from pain. That's the prayer of Jabez. Let's jump into our affirmations here. Let's jump straight into, thank you, Sonia, for saying happy birthday. I sure appreciate it. Let us move straight into our affirmations now. Oh my gosh, these things mean so much because if you've been doing them with me for the last 71 days, you can't go through a day where something in one of these affirmations actually plays itself out in your life. I am becoming the person my future requires. I am becoming the person my future requires. I am becoming the person my future requires. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today, even when it's uncomfortable. Whoa, this thing got hijacked. All right, I listen before I act. I'm consistent, not perfect. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I am consistent, not perfect. I'm consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I attract unlimited wealth because I give extraordinary value. I attract unlimited wealth because I give extraordinary value. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. I wake up on purpose and live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I honor my body in my time and my calling. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I speak life into myself and to others. I speak life into myself and to others. I speak life into myself and to others. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space stillness and clarity. Promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I make meaningful connections every day. I make meaningful connections every day. I make meaningful connections every day. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. Provision. That's what it is. There is no lack. Everything works out for me, even these PowerPoints, because I direct my thoughts. Everything works out for me because I refuse drift, and everything works out for me because this is the person that I have become. I live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. And we get to count it all joy, knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy, knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. I get to count it all joy every day, all day, today, and forever, because I know God is using every moment of my life to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me. And I just have to be willing, available for Him to be able to do that. All right, let's jump into our word of the day. Our word of the day is perseverance. And then how might this word, I'll just put this in the chat real quick. How might this word play out in your life today? Perseverance. Put that in there so you guys have it. Meaning perseverance is continuing when progress feels slow. This is a huge word because we live in a world, everything is built on convenience and expediency. And perseverance says that we continuing when it starts slowing down because the things we want aren't happening because we haven't become the person. We've been tracing the success and we haven't given the time for the success to be attracted to us, and we attract success instead of chasing it or pursuing it. There have been seasons when effort didn't seem to equal results. That's where perseverance matters the most. It's not dramatic, it's consistent. Perseverance builds strength in the unseen places long before visible breakthroughs appear. Perseverance is seeing what may happen and then be willing to go through what it takes to get there. Oh my gosh, it's when you think about, do I have enough perseverance to speak these things that we're doing in our affirmations and know that they're going to become part of our lives and who we are and part of our DNA and part of our makeup, because we're willing to not switch to something else. We hear about the shiny, sparkling things, the things that we keep moving to because we aren't willing to have perseverance in the things that we're doing and knowing that God has a plan and it's gonna work out. And so when you think about connection today and who you're connecting with, who's been grinding quietly, I want you today to be an encouragement. Find somebody today that you're going to make encouragement to, and just encourage them. Find somebody that you know probably needs it. Somebody from your past. I've been thinking about a gentleman for the last week. His name is Michael Linsky. I have not talked to Michael in 6 intended. My purpose of calling him is not just to catch up, but to encourage him in his life. Who can you do that for today? Today, choose one conversation to be fully present in. Make sure you are present 100%. Put your phone down. Hope you're getting used to that. Your eyes are up. Oh my gosh. And then promise to yourself. What promise to yourself today? Today, don't quit something meaningful. Persevere. Don't quit something meaningful. Just continue to push through it. Whatever the promise is. Like I said, I don't care what your promise is. I do care that you have a promise book. If you don't have a promise book, then you need to go get a promise book today. That might be the promise you make to yourself is, I'm going to go get my promise book. I want you to write down your promises every single day. I want you to say them out loud every single day. And then I want you to do them before you go to bed every single day. And then in the morning when you get up and you write your promise for today, I want you to check off whether you did before you went to bed the promise from yesterday. I want you to journal some other stuff in there if you need to, but most make sure our prayer. And then I would love to, I was thinking about this in the comments. If you would like, I'm saying we, and I changed this prayer over to we. But if you would like for it to be instead of a we, making it be a I'm more than welcome to do that. We can say hi and we can drop back. So, today, sometime put in the comments or somewhere whether you would like it for it to be a we, or you love it being, you like it being a we, or you want it to be an I, because they both work. When you download it from the routine.live, it's an I. Again, this is part of Isaiah 54:2. Heavenly Father, we make up our minds today. We will experience the best for our lives. We will not settle for small living or small expectations. We will not settle for things getting worse in our lives. Things are getting better and better for us. Everything in our lives is getting better and better. We will not settle for the past holding us back from our future. You have destined us for greatness, so we will not settle for a mediocre life. We choose to receive your blessings. We let go of small expectations. We choose to receive what you have already done for us. We expect goodness and mercy to follow us all. We will speak to the mountains and they will move. Descendants will be blessed. We will possess the land. We will use big language because you our big language. We will ask big, we will seek big, and we will dream big. We will never stop envisioning a better life or dreaming about a better life. Our families being better, our health being better, our purpose being better, our emotions being better, our minds being better, and our finances being better. We refuse to settle for a life that is getting worse. We embrace a life that is getting brighter and brighter and better and stronger, from glory to glory every day until the day of your return. We give up small thinking. We expect good things to happen to us every day of our lives. We agree with you in your way of thinking. Looking at things. We decide to think bigger every day, and we will continue to ask for what you said we could ask for. Those are the desires of our hearts. We accept the visions and the dreams that the Holy Spirit has placed within us. We will not be limited by any ceiling, any roof, any wall, any barrier, or any limitation that we are. Nothing will limit us because we stand knowing that you are able to do immeasurably, abundantly, above all that we can ask or imagine, according to your power that works within us. Today, we let go of a small God and small expectations, and we begin to dream bigger dreams, our wildest dreams, believing that you will do exceedingly beyond even all of them. They say this in your name, amen and amen and amen. And when something comes to you today, or something comes to you this week, or something comes up that seems like, hey, this isn't going the way, I want you to say, I will not settle. You don't have to say this whole thing over again. Just say, I will not settle. God, do not let me settle for this. You have so much for me in my life. And as we prepare to be blessed by our song, today, I just want to let you know that you are God's greatest gift. He loves you if you allow him to. Let him wrap his arms around you. Say, Lord, wrap your arms around me today. Give me the strength. We talked about grieving, to get rid of the past of grieving today and look into the future of what you have for us. Hey, don't forget that you are an answer to somebody's prayer today. So just be attentive, be ready. I was talking to a young lady last night, and I said, I'm not going to tell you that I'm the answer to your prayer, but we're together, and it's at night, and we're having this conversation that is just feeding into your heart. And I hope by setting this, grounding our foundation every single day to do this, that's doing it, and you are prepared and available to let God use you. You were born for greatness, my friend, and the greatness that is inside of you needs to ooze out all over the planet today as you prepare for your day. So enjoy, be blessed by the song, have it resonate in your mind, and we will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'll have a blessing that I'll give you right after this song.
Yeah. Dr.B in the building. We becoming the person now. Let's go. Woke up with a purpose, sunlight on my face. The God who made the universe still knows me by my name. Every step is kingdom, every breath is grace. I do not rush the process, I just run in my own lane. 2 ears, 1 mouth, so I listen first. Hurting people hurt people, so I speak the healing words. I am a coach, a friend, a brother, a guide, helping people break the limits that will living inside. Identity before assignment, that is how freedom sings. Every story is sacred, every life unique, and they do not care what you know until they know you are listening. I am becoming the person God made me to be, stepping in the calling the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From mile-high flights to Chicago nights, from track lines chalk to the chaplain's light, 250 men with stories that ignite, now living boldly with purpose, taking off in sight. Relationship first, that is the way I lead. Connection is the soil where the soul gets freed. I am a husband, father, and granddad too. 30 people at Thanksgiving, that's what love can do. I say you are God's greatest gift because it is true. Every room gets brighter when you walk through. I am living this mission until the final breath, helping others rise so their best becomes their next step. I am becoming the person God made me to be, stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the pastures to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heart. Purpose in my name, I am becoming. I'm in the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From Denver to the nations, let the good news spread. Faith over fear, that is the voice in my head. If you knew the stories and the places I have been, you would know every setback was a setup to win. I show up with bass and I show up with fire. I show up with truth for the ones who inspire. Legacy in motion, generations rise. God's fingerprints are all over my life. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Walking in the promise He keeps over me. Every step is purpose, every breath is praise. And the world gets brighter when we live this way. We are becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where our freedom stays. Let's go! Dr.B. Becoming the person. Every day.
David, His face shine upon you and give you peace. May you walk in His favor and allow Him to work within you the way He only knows how. Just be available today. You guys have an amazing, awesome, incredible day. I know I will, and I will talk with you same time tomorrow.